it feels good to be back from break. We hope everyone had a good holiday. I know the Cells team definitely did. It was nice to be off for a little bit.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah. Did you do anything fun over the break, guys?
Not much. I watched Disney's Soul on Disney Plus,
Oh,
which is a
nice.
very good movie. You should check it out if you have
Yeah.
time.
I watched it too. It was pretty good.
Yeah. But apart from that, just played video games and enjoyed a time off.
Sounds about right. Yeah. Did either of you play any new games over break?
New games, new games.
Or new to you?
I started World of Warcraft for the first time, which
Wow.
is a dangerous, dangerous thing. I've never played it before, so that's why I've been playing kind of. Um, yeah, nothing else really new. What about
Cool.
you?
I started Disco Elysium, which I'm
Oh,
very
nice.
excited about. It's going well so far. I'm having a good time with it. All right, so let's kickstart this. Welcome, everybody. We have some fun content planned for you today. We're going to talk a little bit about something that we have planned that we've had planned for a while, aquatic mammals, and a story journal. And we have a few other little details sprinkled in as well. So let's get started. Today, I'm going to start it with the contest deadline for our nature photography contest has been extended. We're going to be taking submissions until around January 31st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. We were thinking about extending it because honestly, we've been really enjoying the contest so far, and we've been really enjoying seeing all of your submissions, and we want to give everyone a chance to submit their best work so far. So, if you haven't submitted a photo yet, and if you have any questions about how the new camera features work, just reach out to us. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. So, yeah, good luck to everyone who hasn't submitted it so far. We've really enjoyed all of your submissions, and we're looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah, there's a lot in the Sell the Singularity Discord. I think there's a channel there for the mammal contest. So there's already a lot of good ones there. But how do people submit again, Emily? It's the hashtag Sell the Singularity.
Yeah,
Um,
you can submit on our Discord or our Reddit. On Discord, we have a monthly contest channel that you can submit to. On Reddit, you just need to make sure you post on our page and use the contest tag. And you can also post on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, and you can tag us while also using hashtag Sell the Singularity. And that's the best way for us to find it.
yeah, very nice. A lot of options. It's always great to see them on Reddit because people can upvote them. So I think there was a few pictures of a fox that got over 200
Yeah,
upvotes on Reddit.
it was really cute. We've been
Yeah,
getting lots of mammal close ups.
it's kind of similar with Discord. I know a lot of the entries you see the reactions to, you see what the community kind of likes, which is very interesting to see. So
Yeah, with all the cute custom emojis. That's always fun.
I saw one picture that had like they managed to get 9 different mammals into the shot.
oh
So they had
wow,
played for a while and they'd unlocked all the mammals, but then they had cropped it in a way where they got just a maximum amount of animals in the scene. It was like 9 different things. So creativity like that is going to get you closer to becoming a winner in the photo contest.
Yeah, and remember that there are 10 winners total. Fourth through 10th place will get 1,000 Darwinium, and first through third place will get 2,000 Darwinium, while first place also gets some free sales merch. So, if all that sounds good to you, we highly encourage that you submit a photo if you haven't already. Oh, we also have something very fun that we've been planning for a while. We kind of wanted to add it in with the Mammal Kingdom expansion originally, but ran out of time a little bit, and we wanted to make sure that this was going to be good. So we have plans to add aquatic mammals pretty soon, probably within a little less than a month from now. we have been working on some 3D models for that. Our 3D model artist Jenna has already created a dolphin, as you can see here, swimming in the little blender zone. So that's been really exciting to get started. We also will be making a whale, which is ready to show, but we don't have it ready for this live stream today. So I'll be sharing that on social pretty soon. And for all you dolphin fans here, we also have a little jump as well.
Yeah, so this is going to be a mini expansion to the mammal patch. We got most of the land mammals in there, but some people have noticed that it's missing aquatic mammals. So this is going to be a small expansion that's going to extend that mammal tree to add some of these and kind of fill up the water environment. And we're hoping to get this one out probably at the end of this month. This is just a small expansion. And the idea is while we're working, so we've started working on the Beyond now. And this is just a small side thing to keep people, to give you guys some new things to unlock while we're working on the Beyond, because it's going to take us a little longer, and we want to keep some minor updates coming for you.
Yeah, this is just going to be a little update in addition to the mammal kingdom, because the mammal kingdom is very vast. We're actually going to be splitting up the aquatic mammals on the tree in 2 different places. One is going to be up over by caniforms, because they're closely related to that. We are looking to add walruses and otters there, because walruses and seals are obviously closely related. So as you can see here, these are some of the trait nodes that we have plotted out, and we're looking forward to adding them into the game. I know our researcher is really looking forward to looking up photos of cute walruses, so...
Yeah, when you guys were planning this patch, I didn't even think about walruses. I was just thinking dolphins and whales. So it's like, yeah, there's 2 different major groups of mammals that actually spend a lot of time underwater.
Yeah, walruses are really impressive. Like, that's why we decided to go with a blubber trait for them, just because of the sheer mass that they all have. I forget how much Nisa said that they weigh, but it's a lot. I think some of them can weigh like close to the same amount as an elephant. So they're really impressive, and I think that they're more than worthy of being on the tree. And we're also planning to make the walrus another 3D mammal in the tree as well. So when we have some videos of that, look forward to seeing that on social.
Yeah, that'll be good, and we'll fill up the Arctic part of the land garden, because it's a little empty right now with just the polar bears, the penguins, and the 1 seal.
Yeah, exactly. And the whale and the dolphin will be going down towards the bottom of the mammal section, closer towards the fish, because that's where most of our aquatic life forms live, and that feels most appropriate. So while the aquatic mammals will be separate on the tree, they'll all be welcome additions for sure.
Will those be connected directly to eutherians, or are they coming off of one of the other mammal nodes?
We still have to plot out some of the strings that will tie it all together. I'm sure Olga and Ryan will be playing around with that over the next couple weeks.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Udi1 asks, how about some mythical animal expansions?
Whoa.
We've had this quite a bit actually, which is hilarious.
I think I mean, never say never. Once we get most of the real animals, and we still got to do plants, insects, and fungus, so then there might be some room for some mythical animals. Extinct animals might be interesting.
Yeah, I know that we would be pretty excited to make a little Ice Age section. That definitely feels like a part of the game that we would love to explore.
And someone was asking about the Metabits. Yeah, these new aquatic mammals will also be unlocked with Metabits. So that'll be some more things to spend your Metabits on. We're also still brainstorming internally a lot on what to do with the Metabits and how to integrate them better, because I know people are earning a lot of those, and we're trying to figure out the best way to have things to spend them on.
Awesome. So we also are going to have a Q&A at the end of the live stream. So if you have any other questions about aquatic mammals or what we're planning on adding to the game, let us know. But for now, we're going to move on to the story journal, which I know you've been working on a lot, Andrew.
Yeah, so this is we have a light story in the game right now. When you've played for the first time, you saw little pop-ups come up. And as we're preparing for the Beyond, we want to set up the story so it makes sense so the player's going out into space. So we're in the process of just collecting all the story elements of the game and then filling in some stuff to explain like what is Semblance doing with this experiment, and what's her purpose, why does she want to gather all the knowledge of the universe, and then setting it up to explain like why do we need to go out into space. Does she need energy? Like, what's the reason she needs energy? So this story journal is going to collect a lot of that story. Because when you're playing, sometimes a pop-up will happen and you might not read it. So that story thing will go right into this story journal for you to read later. So as you can see in the screenshot, there's going to be a new tab in the dash panel, and that'll have the story. And the story journal is going to be 2 phases. The first phase is the main storyline that you unlock as you go through the main game, like getting to the Singularity, getting to Mars. But then we're also going to add a second component where you'll find found text, like in the game. You'll find little bits like notes that give you more information about the universe around here. And that'll be more like science fiction stuff that is a little more speculative sci-fi that talks a little bit more about AI and maybe the future that we might live in.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to adding some of those elements into the game. We've been talking a lot about how the story can go, and we have a lot of different kinds of ideas, but we're starting to narrow it down to the ultimate ending of like Semblance and why she's here and her meaning.
Yeah, because we also have that terminus chamber, which is supposed to be like a representation of the story, but that's a little half complete. So there's a bunch of different story elements that we're trying to bring together, and we feel like the story journal is just going to be a nice place to have it in one spot, and I think that'll help us see what the story is and then refine some of these elements. So it's a little weird because like it's in the game right now, but it's like a work in progress. So thank you for like being patient and allowing us to kind of work through the story just as we're fixing it.
Yeah, definitely. I think just the fact that it'll be a nice place to house all of the pop-ups, because I know when I'm playing, like, I'll just be tapping constantly and then I'll accidentally like tap OK on a pop-up and I'm like, oh no, I should have read it. So it's nice to have a place to look back on it to see what I missed.
Yeah, and the story log, so this is the data log, and that'll be in the main simulation. But in the Dinosaur Valley, you'll also have field notes, and those will house the story for the dinosaurs. So there's like, because the dinosaurs is such a different part of the game, there's a slightly different narrative for that. So those will be divided in 2 different sections.
Very exciting. And I know you also have a Buy Smart feature that you and Ryan have been working on.
Yes, so this is a new thing. Some of you may have noticed in the new build that the order got a little weird. Like the most expensive item was not always on the top of the life panel. And overall, there's just so many life forms now with the mammals and some of the late humanoid items like humanoid colonists. So I think there's over 30 things that stack on top of each other. And it can just be a little much. So we are adding some sorting options. to help you identify what's the most valuable thing to spend your money on. So there's a new button here called default sorting, and then there's a value sorting, which will sort by the value. So as you're playing, some items may be worth more, they might be more valuable because you have a certain amount of upgrades related to them, and this helps you identify that. The second thing that I think is going to be really cool for a lot of players, especially if they're a little on the OCD side, where they like clean round numbers. So we have a new option called Smart Buy, and the Smart Buy, when you turn this on, it'll always buy things that are on round numbers. So it'll either go to 10, 50, 100. It'll keep those numbers nice and clean. So if you don't like if you're when you're playing, you don't like to see a lot of numbers like 7 and 9. You like really flat round numbers. This will allow you to do that. And Smart Buy will be unlocked with Metabits, so this will be an upgrade in the Reality Engine. So you'll have to unlock that, but once you unlock that, it'll give you access to this special buy mode. Yeah, the only thing right now, we're having a huge bug with it. So we started beta testing it yesterday, and for some reason it freezes the game completely. So before this call, Ryan and I were trying to figure out why it's doing that. Because we're really excited about the Smart Buy, but it's not so smart if it freezes your phone. So
yeah,
we're working on that.
Yeah, I would say so.
So thanks for the people in Discord that are helping us identify those bugs. It's really great to have you guys helping with beta testing in that Discord channel. And if you're interested in becoming an Android beta tester, you can message Cells Beta in the Discord channel, and he will help get you added to that Android beta testing.
Yeah, it's always great to hear from people who want to help out with beta testing. So don't be shy. Just message Cells Beta in Discord, and he'll be able to help you out from there. There's also going to be some retexturing on Mars. Just a little something. So
this is a really minor update. The Mars garden is just we kind of don't touch it very much, but a lot of players were like, hey, you change the texture of, once you terraform Mars, it changes to be blue. So why not also change the texture in the garden itself? So this will, once you get terraformed Mars on the tree, the texture will change the grass because you've terraformed Mars. So now it looks a little different. So it's a minor change, but I think it'll be nice, and you can see the effect of your work in that garden. So yeah, keep an eye out for that in the next update.
Yeah, it's a nice little detail.
Yeah. One day we will completely redo this garden, but for now, it's a small update. I love. There's a lot of games where you terraform Mars, or there's I think Life on Mars or something. There's some games with really great visuals for Mars Garden. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie. What was the movie with Matt Damon where he's
Martian?
Lost on Mars? Yeah, Martian. Yeah, and in the build, the architecture of those buildings, there's just a lot of cool stuff we could do. On that.
There's a game called Surviving Mars by Paradox.
That's the one.
Which is very cool, domes that you get with some really cool architecture. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to check out that movie, The Martian.
Yeah, we had Nisa watched it for research.
Sounds like I have some homework to do as well.
And so this is also another cosmetic update we did. For the different boost item in the games, like the quantum charge or the shooting star, we just updated the icons on that to make it look a little more premium. So this is the new quantum charge icon. Most people don't even know there's an icon in there because it's so generic, but this is a little update on that.
Yeah, and I know we have a few others that are being updated as well, such as the shooting star icon and a couple in the Mesozoic Valley. So just some fun updates, pretty sparkles, and stream effects.
Yeah, this is the 2x boost in the dinosaur section.
Yeah, we're also going to be updating the 4x one, but that one's a surprise. So we have lots of little things planned for you guys in some upcoming updates, and we hope you're looking forward to them. We're excited to get them in the game. I didn't know that there was such a big bug with the Smart Buy feature, but we'll get that sorted out. But also, I want to personally say thank you to everyone who's been active in the Discord and creating really cool content. It's really fun to see all your fan-made content for cells. It kind of it gives us a really nice enthusiasm boost, and it just makes us really happy to see you enthusiastic about the game. So I wanted to share a couple of some really cool fan art pieces that I've been seeing. 3 from Discord, 1 from Instagram. So I'm just going to show these off right now a little bit. We have Kiwi from Discord did this really cute birds fan art, and I think it's awesome. Like, just the rendering of all the different birds that are in the game. It feels really accurate, and it just looks like there's a lot of love that was put into it.
Yeah, I love the blocky colorness of it. It's very, very cool. Especially the bird's background that they did on it. It really stands out.
Yeah, that's great. I didn't see that one. Was that on Reddit?
No, it was on Discord in the Cells fan art.
Wow. That yeah, we should. That's amazing.
Yeah, I love the blue jay. It looks just like the one in the game. And also we have Seafins157 made this cute little bubble depicting the classic scene that we have, the little Bambi scene in the land garden. They also did one of Nessie, of the plesiosaurs in Mesozoic Valley, but I just wanted to show this one off because I'm still really excited about mammals and all we did for it. So thought this was cool, and I think they did a really good job. Inking is hard.
Yeah, I agree, especially when you're dealing with such a small area. It's hard to fit that detail in and make it not look cluttered, but they did a really good job.
Yeah, they made it really tiny too. If you can see on the top, there's like the size of the pen that they used. It's like the size of the cap almost. MT Emperor also made this cool fan art of the asteroid hitting Mesozoic Valley. It's really nice to see all of the fan art just encompassing different parts of the game. Like, we have birds, we have mammals, we have dinosaurs. So it's just cool seeing people being into different parts of the game all at the same time. So I really like this fan art because it just has a nice callback appreciation for dinosaurs, which is still a really fun part of the game. And yeah.
Nice pleasant moment.
Yeah, before
the world ends.
Before destruction. Ultimate destruction.
Die, dinosaurs, die.
And this one was from Schrodinger's Kathy on Instagram. I saw this person made this fan art over the break, so I didn't get to see it until this week. And I was like, whoa, this is awesome! So I wanted to share it on the stream. I think it's acrylic with watercolor. I'll have to look at it again, but they did a great job.
Very cool.
Very nice.
So thank you again for everyone who makes fan art of Zelda Singularity. If you ever want to make any fan art, we would love to see it. You just use hashtag Zelda Singularity or @tag us on social, or post in the Cells fan art channel on Discord. I'm having a great time looking at it all, so. All right, now I think it's time everyone's been waiting for. It's time for the code. So in theme of what we've been talking about today, today's code, or this month's code, I should say, is Aqua in all caps. AQUA.
Aqua.
I couldn't make it aquatic I feel like that would be too obvious. So
Yeah.
if it,
So
hmm?
yeah. So this will get you
25 Darwinium.
25
Let's
Darwinium.
kick off 2021 right. And for anyone who doesn't know how to input the code, you just go to the hamburger menu in the top right of your screen when you open up the game, and then scroll down to redeem code, and you type it in there. Again, it's case sensitive, so it's all caps. All right, I'm just going to leave this up for a couple more seconds for anyone who's trailing in. Awesome. Thank you guys for all your support. And now it's time for our Q&A session. I'll go back to the code after we're done with questions. So for anyone who missed it, it'll pop up again at the end of the show.
Yeah, so feel free to ask us questions about the game or really anything. We're always looking to answer your questions.
Let's see. We have a question. Will there be domestic cats and dogs added to the tree? Yeah, I think so. We've been debating if it's going to be part of the civilization tree, or if it'll be on the mammal tree. I think we did want to talk about how domestication is related to human civilization. So at some point, when we get back to the civilization tree, we'll include those items.
Yeah. We have one here from Aim and Fire. Any word on the astronomy update?
Yeah, we started working on that. Hopefully next month we'll have some stuff to kind of share that's more related to space. But at the time we don't have too much information on that. But it is what that's basically, we're trying to set everything up so that's now our main focus, like solar system astronomy. That's what we're.
Yeah, our team is kind of split into two groups a little bit right now. Some of us are focusing on aquatic mammals while the other half is focusing on the beyond. Then once aquatic mammals is starting to become more solidified, we'll all be working together on the beyond more concretely.
Hardik asks, will insects be added to the game in the future?
Yeah, we insects are really cool. They look interesting. I think after we get the solar system patch out, we'll have a lot more freedom to think about things like plants and insects. But they're pretty exciting. But we gotta buckle down and get this space stuff in the queue. There was also a question about the story journal. Any ideas when these new minor updates to the story journal will be implemented? So I think the story journal that we showed earlier, which just has the main storyline, that will be included in the next patch, which hopefully is coming out next week. And then the found text items, which are like little story bits you collect in the game, that will come later this month. So keep an eye out for that. And then once we get those into the game, we'll also be like improving them over time. But we want to get like kind of a prototype version of that into the main release so people can give feedback.
We have a question from Pedro Rayloff saying, any plans to update the marine simulation garden so we get something similar to the land garden and not a ball of flatworms?
Yeah, I think there's some floating sponges in there too. We definitely want to get to that. It's a little again, we have to shift to we're trying to since it's the new year, we're reprioritizing what we're working on. So we're trying to shift to like the aquatic mammals. We think we can do those kind of like, it's a small update, but it won't take away from the beyond. So, but everything else we're kind of putting on hold until the solar system is out. So that includes things like even updating the water garden. We also are running into some technical issues with just the amount of stuff that's in the main game. So when we built the land garden, there was so many 3D models that it actually caused performance issues on lower end phones. So we also have to redesign the way our loading works. I think a while ago we showed a big update for the civilization garden, where we had a lot of people and it showed off the inventions. This is something we still want to do and are planning to do in the future, but we can't have all those 3D models in the scene at the same time. So we have to build a loading system to load things in and out. But that might also cause a little bit of loading delay when going between the gardens. So that's more of a technical issue. But again, we're probably not going to get to that until after Solar System has been implemented.
Beyond Dragon asks, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
Mine would be Home Alone 2 or Klaus, I think.
Oh, Home Alone movies are great.
I feel like such a grandma. Mine is Scrooge with Albert Finney because I love a good musical. Can't resist.
Makama asks, when will you update the game transfer so that I don't have to upload saves manually?
Good question. So currently there's still a major bug in the game transfer system that's causing some players, it's a small percentage of players, but they can't upload from Steam into their phones. So we've just been having a hard time finding this bug and fixing it. So that's one issue. The second problem is some players, they'll upload it to Steam and then their time gets really messed up. Like it says they've been playing for like a million years. Unless these players are cheating, I think there is a bug in our system. So we're trying to fix that first. Once that's fixed and the game transfer system is super solid, then we're planning to allow like auto backup. And we'll also allow people to use their logins, like their Apple ID login and their Facebook login, to use that backup system. So we are working on that. It's just that bug has been really hard to fix.
Let's see. Will plants be implemented into the main simulation? Says Audience Gamer.
Yeah, right now we're not sure. As I mentioned, there is so much stuff in the main simulation that it's causing some performance issues. So I'd love to have it in the main simulation, and hopefully it will be in the main simulation, but we might have technical problems that prevent it from that. But again, we got to get Solar System out first before we can spend any time thinking about it. Sometimes we find our team's pretty small, so if we're doing too many things, we sometimes get a little distracted. So with the new year, it's just all about space.
Yeah, I know that we were working on plants for a little bit there, but then we decided to just take a break from it and then come back at another time. But when we were planning on the plants part of the tree, we were teasing the idea of having it be like its own bubble universe like the dinosaurs was, but again, it's too soon to tell. We're still in very early concepts for plants.
Spaniard Bottle says, are any of you being chased by the police? I think that would be Andrew.
What? Wait, what? Say that again?
It was either me or Andrew. Oh. We both live in the city. We both live in New York City, where sirens go off all the time for multiple reasons.
Do any of you watch anime? If you're comfortable to reply. I do. I believe Emily does.
Yes, I do.
Yes, we all watch anime.
We all watch anime.
I think we all like different kinds of anime too.
Yeah, I've been watching Higurashi, which is probably one of the most famous horror animes. So they just made a new season, so I was rewatching it, and it's pretty good. Definitely definitely not for children, but very very good. Yeah. Are there any plans for the dwarf planet Haumea, if I pronounce that right? I'm sorry. To be added in the space update. Haumea.
Is
It's a
that
good
one of
question.
the? That's like the dwarf planets, like Pluto. Yeah. Well, I think there's like 3 or 4 major dwarf planets, so we'll probably add those.
It's located beyond Neptune's orbit. Interesting. Will there be a way to make small universe generate resources for us, like on Rick and Morty?
Uh, yeah, I think something like that might be a good idea once you get to the very, very end of the game. Again, we're trying to come up with the story. So does semblance get to the end of the universe and go into the fifth dimension, and then the whole thing becomes a universe that just generates something? We're a little unclear what the story's going to be. I don't know if any of the fans have read the Three Body Problem. That was a pretty popular science fiction book, but that had a lot of interesting ideas about like large scale, like is there an alien species that comes in contact with humans, or also just how does the universe, does it end at some point? But yeah, Three Body Problem's a good one to look at. Yeah, I think the Three Body Problem does some weird stuff with like different dimensions, and yeah, and like what happens. It takes so long for like if you send a spaceship out into space, could take like just thousands of years to get to another star. So integrating some of that thinking into the game might be nice.
Yeah. How did you guys get an idea to make this awesome game?
Yeah, it's just a reflection of the awesome world that we live in. All these natural wonders, like questions of like where did life come from? What are our place in the universe? Like how did we get here? And maybe like where will we go? Like will we get to go out into space? What's the future of life? And then a lot of its influence just from documentary films, and then of course idle games.
Yeah, and I think also inspiration continues from having so many different, or not so many, but having team members who are all inspired by different aspects of science. Like I know some of us are into space, some of us are into human history, some of us are into insects. So everyone likes a little bit of everything, and it's always good to feed off of each other. I think we have enough time, more than enough time for a few more questions if anyone has anything. But this is a lighter episode for sure.
Do you have any plans to add water bears?
Those are those really small guys. Yeah. At some point, we want to revisit like the water section and the primordial soup, where things are really small. So that would be a good time to add those in there. What's my favorite aspect branch of the game?
That's a good question.
I don't know. There's so much to it. I guess I like the very beginning of the game, actually, with the cells and the viruses. That part's really exciting. But yeah, all of it's very interesting, and I like the variety of everything. So it's nice just switching around.
Have you seen My Hero Academia and Naruto Shippuden? Yes, and yes.
I haven't seen My Hero Academia.
I finally caught up on it, but I've been falling off of My Hero.
The closest thing to an anime I watched or read is the Korean not manga, but the Korean story, Sweet Home. It's like
Oh
a
yeah.
zombie. Yeah, I think Netflix did a series on it, but the webcomic is great, and that author is pretty good. Sweet Home.
Will there be a way to talk about other players, like multi-universal telephone, so the game can have some kind of chat?
Yeah, what would you guys do if you had chat in the game? I guess we don't really have a way to compete. So if there's chat, we'd have to have some other mechanics.
I wonder if you can maybe make like a trade system. I don't know if you want an economy there.
Yeah, the person that asked that question, is there a game that's a good reference we should look at that has systems like this that work well? Yeah, tech prep. Yeah, is there another game we should look at that does that well?
Yeah. We have alien evolutionary trees in the beyond.
Hopefully, yeah. We haven't got there yet, but we do think you should at least. It would be a little disappointing not to meet at least one alien in the entire galaxy. I mean, we haven't met one yet, supposedly.
Yeah,
so
that will definitely be in one of the future phases of the Beyond expansion. It's going to be a pretty big expansion, so
it would be very lonely not to meet another alien.
it would.
I don't know. Although that alien might just kill us, so maybe it's...
Yeah, we might meet a couple different alien species. Maybe one's friendly, one is hostile. Who knows?
And then they might be so much more advanced than us that they wouldn't even bother talking to us. So,
yeah. We'd be like bugs they could squish.
Cool. Do you think we should show the code one more time?
I think
For
so.
anyone who's
Yeah,
popped in.
if anyone has one last question, ask it now, because I think it's time for us to start wrapping up. Again, for anyone who missed the code, it's Aqua, AQUA, and it's in all caps.
How is your control support for C2S going on, and your potential expansions of the game to consoles?
So controller support is going pretty well. I think for people that really like playing on a controller, if you plug your controller in on Steam, it should work quite well. You can navigate the tree. We are going to put the console port on hold, at least for the next 6 months, until we get the space expansion done. We did some research on consoles, and it sounds like getting the game on consoles is actually quite challenging, especially as a free-to-play game. So we want to focus on the space expansion, getting that content out. So that's going to be our main priority, and then we're going to circle back on console ports.
Whoa. Lots of text. Thanks, guys, for all your comments.
Are there aliens that contacted the world government? Maybe.
Interesting.
We are planning on updating the Civilization Garden, just it'll be a little bit of time. We are going to be focusing on the Beyond beforehand.
Some people are asking about Jupiter's moons. I think we'll have the 4 largest moons in Jupiter. Those will be there. Jupiter has like 50 moons, so we'll focus on the big ones.
Too many moons!
Oh yeah, Hardick said we should bring back Irv, who is one of our original Discord mods. Yeah, I'll send him an email, Hardick. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but I'll see if we can get him to pop in. I'm not sure what he's been up to, if he's still doing Discord stuff.
Winged Alpha asks, do y'all have any pets? I have to extend a pic of my cat being ridiculous. I have one dog here and one dog at my parents' house. So, yeah.
What are their names?
My dog here is named Ziggy, and my parents' dog is Crystal.
I have 2 cats.
And I have one cat, Vinny. If you see on Discord the person named Emmy, that's my cat.
Snoops, you can get a list of all the classical music on the Wikipedia. So if you type Zelda Singularity music, that wiki page has a list of all the music. We also added a new track for the Mammal expansion, and that's a Beethoven track from the Pastoral Symphony. So that's a new song that might not be on that list yet. Oh yeah, Irv might have went to the army. Yeah, I think he might have joined the military. I hope he's okay.
We should send him a message.
He can join the stream.
And it sounds like we'll have another anime to add to our list, Dr. Stone. We'll check it out.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, the moons, again, we'll have most of the major moons, at least the largest moons in the solar system. So, yeah, Titan will be there, and, yeah.
All right, I think we have time for one more.
Short question. Hyenas in Feliformatry.
That would be really cool, but we definitely are reaching our 3D mammal threshold. So maybe after we figure out some more of the technical issues that we've been experiencing with having too much in the game. But for now, walruses. That's got to count for something. Okay.
Well, great. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. So keep an eye out we got an update coming out next week with some minor improvements, and then Aquatic Mammals are aiming to the end of the month, and then hopefully next month's stream we'll have some serious updates on the solar system.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. It's always great seeing you and answering your questions. We really enjoy this time to just stay connected and see what you guys are thinking.
Yeah, and if you want to keep more involved with the game, you can go to discord.com/CellToSingularity. You can join our Discord, and you can send us your photos for the photo contest, which is still going on in there. And just keep up to date with everyone who plays the game. Everyone's super friendly in there, so thank you guys for being part of that community. It's super awesome to see.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing all the content that you give us, guys. So thank you so much, and we hope you have a great month. We'll see you again in February.
See you guys. Stay cellular. Bye.
Stay cellular. Bye, guys.